What's up, guys? How you doing? Good to see you again after a while. So I'm in Israel. Yeah, unbelievable, but I made it after 2 years. Came to visit my family, so I'm gonna travel around a little bit. Today we're gonna visit the holy city Tzefat, Meron and Sefad. It's an ancient cities in Israel, Sefad known as one of the holy city in Israel. There's Jerusalem, Sefad, and Tiberias. Sefad is one of the holy city here in Israel. Meron is another small city close to Sefad, about 10-15 miles, but it's also very ancient. The reason I came here to Meron is, first of all, to show you how beautiful and amazing this place is, and the second is because Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai buried here almost 2,000 years ago. As Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai is one of the greatest rabbis in the Israeli and Jewish tradition. We relate most of the sod, the secret, the Kabbalah, and the holy Zohar for his wisdom, and that is one of the reasons it became to be so huge, and about 1 million people coming to visit his grave every year. That's the reason we say that tzadikim 𝗪𝗏𝗏𝗾𝗀𝗏 𝘾𝗏, which means the righteousness living while they're dead. So many people coming to see his grave every year, and as you can see, that's an amazing spot in the middle of Sefad mountains. And now we're going to continue to another holy rabbi. His name is 𝗓𝗏𝗏𝗾𝗏. We're going to see his tziyun, his grave, and we're going to talk about him over there. We're also going to see the old city of Sefad.
After stepping out from the tzaddik, you feel different, you know. When you forget who's running the world, it's scary to live in this world. But after you come to the righteous, and he help you to remember who you are and what you're connected to, the world become really small. If you see me 2 hours before I come to pray, I wasn't the same feeling. Now after the praying, totally different story. It's all about to remember. They say that in Hebrew, חשכה, it's darkness. חשכה, it's darkness. חשכה, it's also from the word שכחה. שכחה is forgetness. And when you're in darkness, you forget who's running the world, you know? But when the light comes through and you see it all, you don't forget. And it's totally different story. All the story is about rememberness. When you come to the righteous, to the Tana, especially to Rabbi Shimon Bar Yochai, it's helped you to remember what is real and what's running the world for real. It's not Elon Musk and not Bibi and not whatever, all kind of artificial.
Okay, guys, so now we arrived the old city of Sefad. Unfortunately, it's not really clear today, but we're gonna have lunch in one of the most famous places here in the old city. It calls Hummus Yuby. It's hummus with respect. Hummus Yuby, Abu in Arabic is father, and most of the hummus places here in Israel and around the Middle East calls Abu and the name of the guy, and this guy is Jewish and he called his place Hummus Yuby. we're gonna give it a try, see how is the hummus, if it's professional or not for Israel, of course. And then we're gonna travel around the old city of Tzefat, which is very famous for the holy places here. And of course the gallery, art gallery. And then we're gonna go visit 𝗂𝗏𝗍. Okay guys, so we are back to Hummus Yuby. That's my plate. I'm gonna give it a try right now, tell you what I'm thinking about it, if it's a professional hummus or not. Of course, compared to Israeli hummus, I have 𝘋𝗍𝗏 pita here in my hand. Let's give it a try. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם המוציא לחם מן הארץ. Okay, so the beans they're cooked really good. The hummus itself is delicious. I could not notice right away that tahini is a good high quality of tahini, and the hummus served hot, which I love. There is some basil on the top. Me personally, I don't like the basil on the top, so I'm going to remove it. But it's very tasty and very delicious, and you can see it just cooked like a few hours ago. So that's a perfect hummus for me. So one more famous dish here in Israel is a combination between rice and lentils or beans. It depends at what area you are. In the Arabs area, Jerusalem, you're going to find more of or the Druze area, you're going to find more of a majadra. Is a combination between rice and lentils. And in the center of Israel or the north in Israel, the Jewish areas of Israel, you're going to find this combination, which is rice and white beans. This is one of the dishes here in 𝗂𝗏𝗏 Yuby, and I'm gonna give it a try. Would you guys tell you what I think about it? So what you need to do, you just need to mix it a little bit together and wow, yeah, it's good. So wow, it's very good. The white beans is not overcooked, but it's really good. The rice, it's a basmati rice, which is also very good. The combination together is amazing for a vegan option to eat here. It's amazing. The small bowl is 15 shekel. I think it's worth it. It's about 4-5 US. It's not bad. It's filling. It's healthy. That's good. Okay, so this place is extremely unique because it's a hummus place, like we say in Israel, hummusiya, which located inside of a home. So I'm going to show you around. For now, I want to give you some of the prices here. So this is the menu, like you see, old school menu here in Israel. We didn't adapt the QR code, and if you ask me about the QR code, we shouldn't and we never adapt this. I don't want to say what I think about it, you know what I mean? But still, this menu is an old school menu. Let me give you some of the prices in here in shekels and in US dollars. So the hummus is running between 30 to 40 shekel, which is about 8 to 10 US. They also have falafel balls. It's 2 shekels, about 70 cents. Some specials like chicken breast, soups, around the 30 US, about the 30 shekels, 10 US, something like that. And all kind of pita sandwiches, like sloppy joe, falafel, sabich, which is another famous Israeli dish, runs between 20 to 30 shekels, about 7 to 12 US. So it's a really nice place, delicious, and the prices, it's not very cheap, but that's a good range for a nice lunch in the old city of the Sefad. And the most important thing is that this place is kosher lemehadrin, which means they have the certificate and everything. If you guys care about that, I do, so why not? So guys, as you can see, there is so many art galleries here and so many expositions running around this area. There's a lot of Judaism, a lot of Judaism and a lot of religion here in this area. You can find the finest artists here, specifically in this area called Kiryat HaOmanim, the area of the artists. So many, most of the finest artists of Israel coming here. They have their own galleries here, and actually there's one gallery. Actually, it's a museum. It's the art museum of the city of Sefad. We're going to visit it right now. See what we can find.